Yo, quiet on the set, man. We professionals. All right, Rap Life Review, man. I'm on the LA side sitting with Eddie in his room. Lowe's back in New York. What's up, Lowe?
What's poppin'? What's going on?
Eddie, how you feel?
I feel like we had a news desk or something.
Nah, this feels very professional.
Yo, I feel like we need somebody to go to like sports or something.
And now,
It looks good
Lowe.
though. It look good. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yo,
it
Lowe,
look
we're
good.
gonna
I
throw
like the
it
little
to you for
emblem in
some
the back.
stories, man. You better have your stories together.
I'm gonna do the thing where I run in the back like Kenny on an NBA.
Hopefully
NBA
your knees and ankles is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Shout out to Kenny Smith, his love. He know his knees is bad. Anyway, look, we have a special guest this week, EVA stepping through. I'm going to let her introduce herself to all of y'all. She's been on the program before, but I think it's important too because as we wait on our girl Nadeska to come off maternity leave, we will be featuring people. But EVA comes with them credentials, B. Like she's a real journalist out here, unlike myself, unlike Eddie, and well, Lo, you're journalist, Jace.
Thank you.
You're closer.
I appreciate that.
He's closer than any journalism.
I was waiting for the shade. I was waiting for the shade. I was waiting for that bullshit.
Lo has actually been on the internet writing things before.
Yeah, I used to work at BET. That was my job. So
you wrote a thing or two.
Yeah, I wrote a couple
You
things.
can do complete sentences.
Word, predicate, subject.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Oh man,
this guy's lit.
Paragraphs and everything.
Yo, man, look, Rap Life Review, we official. We got albums to run through. A lot happening in the world. We'll get to all of that and your comments.
Yeah.
But a phenomenal week in hip-hop. If you love the music and you come for the music, shout out to Lecrae, that Reconstruction album. Hope to see him soon around that. 2 Chainz dropped the movie soundtrack, Eddie.
Bro, listen, I don't know nothing about no Red Clay the movie, but I do know that Red Clay soundtrack. 25 minutes, 9 tracks. I don't know. Listen, 2 Chainz, that's 2 this year because he had the Alchemist and Larry June project he dropped. He dropped this one.
Wow.
And I think that's the story of 2025. It's our elder statesmen in hip hop showing that they are still relevant, dropping good music, good projects, and they are bombarding us every week with a new one. And we'll talk about another one that came out this week too, to my elder statesmen in hip hop. So shout out to Titty Boy, man.
Now, it should be noted that the Red Clay movie was at the Atlanta Film Festival.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan Jones, co-written by Omar Epps. I don't know if this is available. Does anybody on your side or anybody in the production side know if this movie's available? I saw the trailer, but I don't know if the whole film's available yet.
I would assume so that it's out because the soundtrack is out, but I'm not sure where it's available, but we'll figure that out.
See, that's that journalism.
Yo, this is
Howard University right there, baby.
Ooh, Big Bison
Talk
energy.
about that. HU, talk about it. Talk about it, Ebro.
Shout out to Joey Badass who slid through the Ebro show on a FaceTime. We celebrated his new single, Dark Aura, which is phenomenal. And he talked about the tour. Bro going out on tour with Ab Soul, man.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I had to call him because, I felt like, so y'all was just trolling us, which we kind of anticipated. We knew him and Ab Soul were very close, but the whole...
I mean, it started on their freestyle thing. Yeah,
that
it was
whole
there.
thing.
We saw the play. We saw the lineup. It was a beautiful play out, though.
Lo, how do you feel? You love a good rap battle. And I always try to use the term rap battle versus beef.
Right.
Why? Because beef... I mean, you know the song What's Beef. If you don't know the song, go listen to it. Beef is different than a rap battle.
Clearly.
But anyway, Joey and Ab Soul was just, and Ray Vaughn and the TDE thing, that was just Steel Sharp and Steel cats getting after it and loving hip hop. Offset, he got beef in the streets, different type of beef.
He got marital beef.
He got marital beef.
Yeah, that's just not a rap battle.
He got spousal beef.
This Kiari album is very well done. And I think it should be noted that now we have 3 consecutive Offset solo projects that are fucking good.
No, this one different, though. The other ones
were a little bit different.
This one different.
It's a lot more personal.
The other ones were cool.
Okay, fair enough.
I listened to this. I enjoy it. I listen because of what we do for work. We have to go through like a lot of albums. Unfortunately, a lot of albums don't get to sit with me. Like I might give them a listen or two just so I'm aware of what. And then time goes by and I keep having to listen to new music. This Offset album, first of all, I was shocked. I got about 3 or 4 songs in, and I was like, nah, something like. He's tapping into his songwriting bag. Like,
what made you say you were shocked about it?
Because we've had Offset albums before, and they've been cool. They haven't been bad. They've been cool. Like everything isn't great. Everything isn't even good.
Right. They're good.
They're good.
They're cool. So where's cool and good and great in that spectrum? It goes cool, good, great?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So listen to this one. It's pretty clear. Like I wish I had the track list so I can from him pull it up as I'm speaking. Like you're getting like, and he's always been kind of vulnerable in his music, especially of late. Like even the name of the project. But with this one, like he was getting in his R&B bag a little bit. NBA YoungBoy went crazy on it.
Going crazy.
I mean, we already had the Body, so that was a setup. So once we heard Bodies, we were like, all right, this is about to be crazy. The Kiga joint went solo. I mean, went absolutely ballistic. He's doing songs with Tizo, Touchdown. The John Legend track, once we got there towards the end, I was like, bro, you got it, man. Like, you got it. So I want to applaud Offset. I even seen him replying to people's posts to him, whether it was on X or whatever social media was, where some lady was like, I'm shocked how good this Offset album is. And she's like, why are you shocked? And I'm paraphrasing. I don't know what the exact phrase is. But because Offset is famous beyond the music at this point, and there's people that pick sides and, you know, they do or don't like them depending on a lot of things that has nothing to do with actual hip-hop or music. If you're one of those people that are biased and don't like him as a person, man, remove your biases, because this is just a very good album.
Well, it's currently number 5 on the Apple Music album charts. So big up to that. And then at, let's see, Ghostface, Supreme Clientele 2. I had him in the studio. Look, I'm a huge Ghostface fan because I think he is a phenomenal personality, character, rapper, and kind of a one of one in hip hop. Like who he is as a person, where he's from, what he's experienced, and then just coming out of the Wu-Tang family. Nobody does what Ghostface does. People have attempted. People are kind of, you know, inspired by, but Ghostface is an original. I had him in the studio, and I knew, you know, Ghostface one of them dudes that'll rap over R&B track. Right?
Oh, that's his thing.
That's his thing. Remember, he for those, you know, rest in peace to the great Amy Winehouse. Us in New York, we met Amy Winehouse because Ronson put Ghostface on an Amy Winehouse record, right? And so that opened that up to us when he jumped on Beyonce's Summertime.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy.
Like that in New York, that was like a thing, right? Because that version was just a version that DJs had.
Yo, he was beefing with Action Bronson. He was like yelling at him over like an old school 70s like soul record.
Yes.
Didn't he do a couple records with Raheem DeVaughn?
Yes. And then obviously All That I Got Is You with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
I talked to him about that. So I had to put him on to Tyler, the Creator's latest release. This is called Ring, Ring, Ring.
I hope you good, I hope you well, I hope you lit.
Putting Ghostface on that new Tyler, the Creator. I know you ain't had time for Supreme Clientele. Watch. You'll appreciate it. Hey. Hey. What I've done.
Music!
Yeah!
Music!
Yo, the kid's gonna be all right, my dude.
Yeah! Music! Wow!
Hey! That's that roller skate. That's that roller skate.
I thought Michael was about to come in.
Now, you know, he producing all of this, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Tyler doing all the music, everything himself, bro.
He might got sent me a pack. I didn't know he was doing that.
I felt it was important to connect that for Ghost. I knew he knew who Tyler was, but I wasn't sure that he had stopped and enjoyed this Don't Tap the Glass.
I think Ghost is clearly in his own world with certain stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's not caring what the internet is doing or like what's current. Like, and it was dope to see his reaction, and then also in turn seeing Tyler's reaction to that. And because Tyler's a hip hop fan, so he likes seeing like these OGs that he grew up on, given the respect in turn. Now I got a question for you. Watch,
Yes.
I'm gonna get Ebro going low, and I want you to chime in on this.
Oh, shit.
No, this is a legit question. So, you know, we had the term like swagger rapper, right?
Yeah,
And this is kind of a newer phrase. Can we connect the dots all the way back to Ghost to be like one of the original swagger? Because to his own credit, sometimes he's not even really saying nothing, but it sounds good.
Yeah, I think
What do you mean, like swagger rapper and like lyrically or like style wise? In what aspect?
It's more aura.
It's more of an aura. It's more of a presence. It's more of the style of what he's doing versus the lyrical, you know, proficiency and bars and da-da-da. So I guess you could say because Ghost just put shit together that sounds good.
Yeah, and he says that.
And he's like, yo, nah, that shit just sound good. I'm just vibing. I'm just talking shit.
So would we say he's a descendant of Slick Rick?
No, Slick Rick's a
Rick's
storyteller.
Ghost has that too.
Yeah.
Ghost has that too. But that's also why I started by saying he's a one of one, because of course he's influenced by Slick Rick with the fashion, the jewelry,
Chains.
and by the way, specifically obnoxious jewelry. Bro used to walk around with a gold falcon on his arm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and we loved it.
Robes
right?
outside.
Bathrobes outside. You know what I mean? Like, it was a whole thing. So yes, he is a descendant of Slick Rick. But he also does things that nobody had done before, which is just like you said, swag on a record, talking crazy, making it sound good. But I have to say he's also an MC when the time calls for it. Like, he could do both. And oftentimes nowadays we throw around the swagger rapper for someone who is all style because we know they can't get there lyrically. That's just not what they do. But with Ghost, he can do that, but he can also do the other thing.
Yeah, okay.
Just to heighten the awareness on Supreme Clientele too, you always get scared when those sequels come into play, and you always want to just make sure that it delivers like the first one. And I think, him knowing that thing that it's like all eyes on me because of the sequels coming up, I think he handled this project very well, especially the joint with him and Nas. The elder statesmen are just really just digging deep with these albums and these records. So please, make sure you check that album out.
Yo, so shout out to Ghostface. Thank you for coming through. Right now, we got to bring EVA to the room, our special guest. She's sitting in this week. We got to get her. Now, this young lady is a real, true professional.
Yeah.
EVA,
She was on last time with us, and she kind of blew us away, low-key, for real.
I already knew. Don't play with EVA. But that's why the ladies in hip-hop, man, listen.
They got to work harder.
Not only that, but they're way better than us.
They have to be.
And so we need their presence around to make sure we know what we're talking about, because she's always thorough. Yo, welcome, EVA. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Nah, we're great. Thanks for blessing the program this week.
I'm happy to be back.
Listen. We bring you in because you are an expert, not only in journalism, but making sure that we don't sound ridiculous. So we appreciate you. If you're not following EVA on socials, real quick, I would love for you to talk about some of the amazing journalism that you've contributed to music in general, but specifically hip hop. You have been doing this for a while, so I just want people to get a quick little resume on you.
Yeah, I have a degree in journalism and Africana studies, so a lot of my music coverage has a social and cultural analysis lens to it because of that history side of my degree. And I was covering music for the past, I would say 12 years now. It's been a little minute. And I was reporting at the Village Voice for a little bit, doing culture reporting. I have written for Complex, The Fader. I used to be the music editor at OK Player. I've written for NY Magazine, NY Times, Variety, GQ, everywhere you could think of, analyzing music and culture, interviewing people.
Yo, Lo, you might as well just, you know what I'm saying?
She said, I'll get there one day. Yo, cut these cameras.
EVA, one of the big combos this week, speaking of culture, is this BigXthaPlug album.
Yes.
He is someone that has had a crazy run over the last only, 2 years?
Some change, yeah.
2 years. He currently has a number 4 album on the Apple Music charts. I Hope You're Happy's the album. Country, it's a full country album. Shabuzi, Bailey Zimmerman, Jelly Roll, Darius Rucker, and more. Eddie, you're very passionate about this album.
So here's the thing. I'm more passionate about the artist, right? BigXthaPlug is somebody that I remember the first time I heard one of his songs, it was off Meet the Sixers, which was compilation albums with his homeboy, Rosama and Hood Plug. I forgot his name.
I think Rosama, one of them, is the reason he raps.
Rosama was the rapper. And so Big X was like just around. So then we get that album, loved it. Take Care comes out, and that became the ascension of BigXthaPlug. And of course, Beyonce using his song on the tour and everything. So for a while, we've been preparing for this rollout, and he's been very clear this is a country album, right? There's a bigger conversation I want to have about country, but I'll talk specifically about this album. Listening to it, this is on me. This is my fault. I didn't realize it really was going to be a country album. Like,
even though he told you.
I'm used to hip hop kind of playing in the country space a little bit because
like a Rod Wave or
like
a Southern Soul kind of thing.
That's what I was preparing for, even though I heard the songs with Shabuzi and everybody else. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's what we're going to get. So yet again, I'm saying this is my fault. When I heard the album, I was like, because I'm a fan of the other music, right? And this is a wild thing to do early in your career. Like, you're going for the crossover immediately, and there's a fan base you accumulated that had a certain sound that they were used to from you. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, for me, I wasn't prepared. And like for somebody who doesn't like country music, I like the Beyonce album because it's a reclamation. It's a historical context of black people's historical relevance in that space, and it's good music.
Right.
I'm not a country fan, so when a hip hop artist makes an actual country album, I wasn't prepared.
Well, so I would assert that this album from BigXthaPlug is not just that it's country, it's also pop-ish. It leans in the country pop mainstream space, a lot of it. I think sonically, many of us in hip hop aren't really that well versed in understanding the different subgenres inside country, because blues is a part of that. And then there's also stuff that feels a little bit what they call like outlaw country, which is like more bluesy. It's not this pop smoothed out prettiness, some of it that you get inside the BigXthaPlug album, right? And so people throw around this term country, like when you listen to Cowboy Carter and you still get the R&B church soul mixed with the country,
Right.
or you get the pop country, right? Like she's giving you all of these different layers of country inside of Cowboy Carter. So I think that's what your ears are saying, because if it was sonically more like, and only because I'm gonna use this as a reference so that you guys understand the textures, if it was more like feeling like the Sinners album,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and it was with these same artists, and it was more of a blues country, you might have felt the soulful aspects
Yes.
more than you feel
Yes.
on this more mainstream country feeling that he gave you.
Yep. And we've been pointing to this moment for a long time in hip hop, because we've been circling this whole hip hop country thing. I mean, we had Lil Nas X. Even back in the day, we had Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
Crucial Conflict song.
Yeah.
Hey, sounded very
That's right.
country. Shabuzi doing the thing with Jaquan. Like
Bubba Sparks.
we've been here,
Bubba
but
Sparks.
this is the
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And
But this is
Nelly.
the first.
Nelly.
Nelly
Yep.
and Tim McGraw.
But it was always in spurts. It was like, I'm going to give you a rap album and I'll give you a country song or two. This is, and I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. This is the first time I've seen someone in the hip hop space go all in, and it's a very curious thing to do so early in your career. And I think it's going to pay dividends for him. It's just different. And then also too, historically, country is a lot more hip hop than people realize. What we have in country nowadays isn't what country used to be. These guys were bootleggers.
And also remember what Morgan Wallen is doing. And if you're old enough to remember, there was a group called Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah.
They were actually using a lot of 808s. There was a lot of hip hop sonics in the drumming and the production and then they would add these country guitar elements and the twang of how they speak and maybe write the songs. So it's been kind of in there a lot.
But country initially was very, and it still is, rebellious music is what hip hop was initially. Like Willie Nelson, somebody who grew up in Texas. People in Texas get life sentences for weed still in 2025. And Willie is outspoken about his use of cannabis. The Johnny Cash would perform at prisons. You know what I'm saying? This isn't what we line up with country nowadays. Chris Christopherson was like an outright, straight up outlaw and very vocal about like country
But that's why there's a whole genre of country music that's called outlaw country.
And hip hop, as it's gone more and more commercial, it even makes more sense that it's lining up where we're at with current country music.
Absolutely. I think too, on the cultural aspect, and EVA or Low, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to listen to this BigXthaPlug album. I think Big X is going to be all right.
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
fine.
He'll be fine.
Definitely
He'll be
be
fine.
all
He'll
right.
definitely be fine.
And I think he's going to have success here. And I think in short order, knowing how he puts out music, I bet you him and his crew come back around with something. Because remember, this is very Texas.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with the Beyonce Cowboy Carter. This is a cultural thing that in Texas, and if you're none, I don't know if any of us on this has a lived experience associated with what this music and what this cross-cultural thing represents.
I mean, I enjoy country music. I'm going to just put that out there.
Right.
I truly do.
Right.
But to me, it's not that surprising, Eddie, that Big X is making a country album. He's from Texas. And look at the landscape. The landscape is ripe for another country moment as far as Beyonce. Also, think about what's the longest running Billboard #1 of all time?
Lil Nas X.
It's Lil Nas X and Shabuzi. So two country pop, hip hop records.
Yeah. So this isn't surprising
This
at
is
all.
not surprising at all to me, given that, framework for what fusion means. And also, I think it reinforces that rap is the dominant subgenre in America, or rather the dominant genre in America, because everybody is fusing
Everybody's picking at it. Everybody's, utilizing it. Everybody's collaborating with it. So this makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
That Charlie Crockett quote.
Yeah. Charlie Crockett, who I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. But I did once this he had something to say, bigging up BigXthaPlug, bigging up Beyonce, saying he was raised on black music. I know it's been talked ad nauseum, like people have covered the whole importance of what Cowboy Carter was saying, right? And you brought up Johnny Cash, who married June Carter, who was the daughter of the Carter family, who were the ones that went around to black households and got their songs and recorded them, and that became the foundations of what we know country music to be. Right. Also, the relationship between Irish immigrants in the Appalachian Mountains and the way they storytell and write music, and the what is it called, the Irish clog and tap dancing and everything we saw in the Sinners movie and that whole relationship. Right. It's a part of the American heritage. This kind of cross-cultural thing. So big up to BigXthaPlug, currently number 4 on the Apple Music charts, and he's gonna have some smashes.
Yeah, he's out here.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He just got busted for some weed possession in Dallas too, and unlawful possession of a firearm. That goes right along with the album promo.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Nah, he'd be all right. That's good album promo, man.
You think everything's a rollout, man?
I mean, if it ain't, it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's some Texas
If it
shit.
ain't, but it is. Yo, jumping over to the big stories of the week, man. Clipse bringing out Kendrick, Chains and Whips. They performed it out here in L.A.
I'm mad.
You wasn't there.
I'm mad.
You ain't go, Eddie?
It was either ask around and do the thing where like, hey man, you got to hook up on Clipse tickets? And that's not really my move.
Right.
And I was like, I asked one person and he gave me another person and I was like, I'm out. I went to the movies.
Because you had to do a little legwork. You just stopped.
I don't like asking people for stuff. So I was like, I went to go see Weapons. And as I got back from Weapons, the homie Sid texted me, yo, he was at the show.
See?
Yo, Kendrick just came out. And I'm driving home and I'm like,
wow.
See, you should have did that legwork because that looked like a moment, brother.
Listen, no, it was a situation. Shout to Dot for sliding out with Kendrick. Big up to Clipse for just having this amazing moment around his album. So big up to that.
I'm still listening to the album.
Still.
No, listen. The fact that we have to announce that we're still listening to something is a conversation on its own.
I know, because nothing has replay value now.
Well, I don't think it's not that things don't have replay value. I think what it is it's like something is just that good that you're just still holding on to it as if it's new.
I think it's both.
Like,
I think you're saying the same thing.
Yeah, both things are true.
I
don't think it's like
EVA
surprising.
is saying nothing has replay value, meaning it ain't that good. It's good one time, but it's nothing interesting to go back to. There's a lot of, and by the way, I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, EVA. Is it nothing has replay value or very few things?
Let me
replay.
Let me not be an
articulate this point
extremist.
because he's trying to line you up right now. I see what he's doing.
Not many things in this current musical landscape have replay value, in my opinion.
Okay.
Is that better? That's what I feel.
I love that. In my opinion, like she just got out. Like
she got out. She got out.
Yeah.
But the only reason I'm pointing it out is because I'm gonna go back to the fact that too much shit comes out.
Yeah,
Not
and
enough.
consumption patterns are different.
Right.
People's consumption patterns are different. Their attention span is different.
Yeah.
The mediums by which we consume music is different.
Yeah.
So, does it make for us to want to replay a lot of things?
Because it's so heavy, it's so much work. It's still a lot, like Ebro said, it's still a lot out there, but there's just certain things that just cut through every fucking week. And that's what the Clipse album represents.
Yeah, I agree.
I know Eddie wants to stay away from this conversation, but it's here in the news highlights, Eddie.
What?
2 times. There's 2 things here.
What?
Drake posted a photo of Tupac's legendary death row chain. In 2023, he also bought Tupac's gold and ruby crown ring at a Sotheby's auction for over $1 million.
What do you want? What's the news story though? Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
Listen.
A rich person bought a rich people thing. What opinion do I have on that?
Well, I would have to assume that this is. Look, he could have bought it and not posted about it. Wasn't some of this talk about his obsession with Tupac and buying Pharrell's jewelry and Tupac's jewelry a part of the critique that Kendrick had for him?
Yeah.
And once again, for the commenters, the reason I bring this up is because all of you will say, "Why are you still talking about this?"
They are going to say that.
They are going to say that. They say it every week.
Are we still talking about it, or are they still doing it?
It's the LeBron James effect.
All right.
Everything Drake does is news, even when it's not
Not
news.
if he don't share it.
So, okay, I'm going to be real with you. So there was one time, I don't know if this was on camera, this was off camera, but one day I'm at the crib, right, and we're recording a Rap Life episode in my crib.
Okay.
And I'm pointing at all my shoes and all the little collectibles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he goes, I wish I could collect. I have kids, I can't do that. I'm a collector. I got comic books, I got little trinkets, I got hella shoes. Like, I like just buying, like, things. I don't have Drake money. If I had Drake money, I'd probably fuck around by Tupac's chain too. Like, all right,
But you don't
like
share
Tupac.
it. Like, every time you buy a new pair
I
of sneakers.
share. What are you talking about?
Nah, I don't be saying
Christian
every
Dior
time you go to the Prada store, the Gucci store,
Yes.
or wherever store you go into on Rodeo Drive, you don't be posting it on your IG or talking about
You
it on
don't
Twitter.
follow
Or
me
you're
as
not on
much as
Twitter,
you think
so.
you do, because I'll be posting that shit. I be posting the bags, dog.
So
I
you're
don't
saying that
understand
Drake
it.
posted this and sharing this with us clearly, but only reason I don't have a problem with posting, sharing, whatever. I'm pointing out that at many different turns and times in this last year and change cycle, Drake has expressed his desire to not have this beef continue to be the focal point.
Right.
Am I bugging?
Nope.
No.
This points back to that again.
Does it, or do you just buy like I'm a fan of Tupac? I bought a Tupac chain. If the Air Mags, right? If I'm super duper
Y'all
rich,
really think it's all just happenstance?
No,
Like,
it's not. It's like Eddie's trying to shoot him some bail, but we know what the fuck we know what this is.
is it?
Yes, we
There's
know
all
what this
kind of
is.
rich people shit I
Attention,
would
look
buy
at
if I had
me,
more money.
distraction, whatever the case is. It ain't about him being rich. It ain't him about having access. It's about like there's an underlining thing there. And it's been happening for years.
Yeah.
So this is nothing like, oh, he's just rich and he's just bored. Like, no, there's an underlining thing there. And don't act oblivious to it, Eddie, because you know it's there. Like, let's stop.
I
Nah,
buy shit.
EVA, am I bugging? I'm making too much of it?
No, but if I speak, they're gonna drag me again.
Hey, listen,
gonna drag
every
you.
week I
Wait,
get
they
dragged.
dragged you last time?
Yes, you didn't see?
No, you got way more
You got
positive
a lot of
comments.
love.
No, on
You
Twitter,
got-
they were sending me threats, but the game is the game. Anyway,
Exactly.
so,
Yeah, talk that shit.
you know, I agree with you because, like I said before, attention is Drake's currency.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to do whatever he needs to do to garner attention, and it works every time.
And that's who he is. And we're not blaming him. I'm not shaming him. But like, yeah, it comes with the gift and the curse of it. But like, yeah, we're gonna call it out when it's obvious.
Yeah.
And that's his beautifully said. That is his currency.
Yeah, I didn't see him
Well-
post it though, because I don't follow.
No, I seen him post
but-
it. I seen him post it.
He posted it.
He definitely
Oh,
posted
man, that's why they going to come for you. Who doesn't follow Champagne Poppy? This is
Me,
God.
me,
Clearly, she don't.
Crazy.
because I'm gonna hear
I hate
about it
that
or
I've turned
see
into
it.
the
it.
Drake.
You gonna see it regardless.
Like, how am I the Drake defender?
No wonder she's slandering Drake.
Oh,
she don't
God.
even follow him on the gram.
That's definitely gonna happen. That's gonna be like one of the first
It's
comments. She
all
don't even
right.
follow. Like, why you always talking about if you don't follow? Shut up.
Yeah.
Yo, so now, can you tell me what's going on with our boy Rob Markman and why he is
Oh
catching
my God! Here we
heat
go.
from
More
Drake, man? Now, the
justice for
last time,
Rob.
EVA, last time you was here, you was with Rob.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
Rob
is
was on
this
the show.
guilty? Did they start beefing because of us?
No.
From being on the show?
No.
Why was Rob and Drake a thing?
And I'm gonna be very, very, careful with how, I describe this because this is Rob's situation, so I don't want to.
Explain what happened.
This is what happened. A clip had surfaced that Rob was interviewing Tory Lanez, and I think Rob didn't finish a lyric, like a Wayne bar or whatever the case is. So Drake jumped in the comments of the video and said, of course, this goof Markman wouldn't be able to finish the lyric, free Tory.
Why is he a goof, though?
We
I
don't
can't
know.
finish no
we
lyrics,
was,
to be
we was
honest with
laughing.
you.
Like when we was in the land, we was just laughing at it. So then Rob responds, now if I call you names, you'll probably sue.
Now now we got beef.
That's
This
a good
beef
bar.
now. This
That's a
beef.
good bar.
Is
Good
that
clap,
beef
but
or
this
is
went
it?
from
No, that's just if I'm Rob, that's just me defending myself. You called me a goof, you called me names.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Let's
absolutely.
take it there. All right, let's have some fun with this. And that's what Rob did. I did the same shit. It wasn't no crazy drawn out thing. I don't know what happened
But he
behind
also
the
said
scenes
free
with the
Tory
two with
too,
him,
then,
but
like-
that's what it was. That was a nice little jib jab.
Well, I guess what I'm looking for is Drake leaves comments or goes at people for a purpose, for a reason, for a strategy. Like when did him and Rob Markman start having a type of situation where he would even call him a goof? I'm stuck on that.
I think
Rob's
he's
really
fond
nice
of Rob.
dude.
Yeah, I think that could be it. But if you watch Rob's videos, he does his YouTube videos, whatever the case is. he doesn't really like. He's very, very neutral. He's been very neutral in this whole situation with Kendrick and Drake. You know, I like this Drake record or I like this Kendrick record, but I don't like the lawsuits. I don't like how, you know, he's moving with X, Y, and Z, and he's not expressing anything that we haven't said or anybody else hasn't said. But he's been very.
Don't use us as the barometer, as the measure.
When I say us, I'm saying
that's your first mistake. Oh, you don't mean us. You mean us as hip hop.
Yeah, I'm not talking about us as rap. Like,
just saying,
because we have a little, we move a little different over here. Anyway, but yeah, he's been very neutral. He's been very unbiased, and he's been trying to call this fight very as fair as possible. So when Drake does that, it makes me think like, what is there an underlying issue? Is there something that was said behind the scenes, or was there an attempt that Drake and his team made to get at Rob or to talk to Rob, and maybe he disregarded them? I don't know. These are all theories that I'm trying to figure out why he would even say that publicly about Rob Markman, who doesn't start shit with anybody, who's very fair in any kind of situation, in any kind of critique, in any kind of conversation about hip hop. So he doesn't do the mudslinging. He doesn't do like the catty, the petty shit like I might do.
Like you, Lo.
Like I said, I might do. Rob don't do that. Rob is in it for the pureness and just the conversation. So that is a bit disappointing when you see Drake do some petty bullshit like that. But Drake is a petty person, so this is not too far off.
See, you could have left that one line out.
I'm petty, I get it.
Drake ain't petty?
Oh, I'm saying,
Drake ain't petty?
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly, Free Tory is certainly a hill to die on.
Yeah, I mean, that's his man. Cool. Let him die on that. Let him die on that hill. That's cool. But calling my man a goof, that's some sucker shit. I ain't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Rob is very neutral and responsible with his reporting and his analysis. But I think it shows that Drake is very online and he pays attention even when he might try to feign that he's not paying attention.
Yeah, he's watching and he's reading and he's tweeting and he not tweeting, but he's on Instagram looking at these comments and he's watching every reaction video, every platform he sees, every little.
He's in tune.
Yeah, he's in
I
tune.
hope Rob's numbers go up. What can I say?
No, listen. First thing I thought, he loves Rob, which is why he's giving him that promo.
You think everything's promo?
No.
Because everything is.
I mean, everything is promo,
if you have a platform and you choose to engage in some way on that platform in public, and that's how you make your money, that is a conscious decision because you could have chose something else.
Yes.
And you're helping that person for better or for worse. Right. So even if, perfect example, Drake would never mention me. He is not interested in giving me any promo.
You have so many similarities.
Oh, shit.
You do.
Yeah, he's never, ever?
No, never.
Not even like alluded?
Never.
I've never heard him direct anything towards Ebro. Never.
That's so interesting.
Never.
I don't think he could go back and forth.
Other people bring you up.
I wanted to put that as clarification. Now, EVA, what do you mean me and Drake have a lot in common?
I mean, just like the background. The background.
Oh, the Jew and black thing? But that don't mean nothing.
But also top of the game.
There's no allegiance.
The background.
She went at you with that.
No, she's actually trying to give you a compliment.
No, I'm giving you a compliment. Like your background, but also you navigate the world differently than Drake does, given your background. And I feel like that is a stark difference.
Yeah.
On a positive end for you, not so much for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
See?
I said that to say you have so many similarities, but you navigate the world differently, and that's why I don't think he could handle a back and forth with you. You understand?
So now the comment's gonna say I put her up here to just say that. Yo, you pay her. That's why she's saying
I'm gonna aggregate this. How do I aggregate this? Let's say EVA says that Drake wants no beef with because he can't.
Drake don't want no smoke with Ebro. That's how this is gonna
hip hop
go.
journalist EVA says
like
Drake
that's
wants
gonna be
no
a
part.
They're gonna come in.
Somebody see this is what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna clip that part right there.
Yeah,
and
right
that's
there.
gonna make its rounds.
The game is the game.
And then Drake's gonna say
Game
something
is
to
the
you.
game. Other big headlines: Ice Spice thrown out a new single, 30-second clip. Wow! I couldn't even finish
Jesus
the story.
Christ,
Y'all heard that?
What did Miss Spice do to you?
I'm sorry, dog. I'm just not a fan.
So wait, you're not a fan of her as a person?
I don't know. I don't know her as a person. No, hold on.
Right.
Don't do that. I don't know her as a person. She seems
I was wondering.
No. She seems like a lovely lady. You know, getting her money, doing her thing. Like I'm just art. That's all I'm going. So don't take this as like I don't like the girl.
No, I'll give you this, Lo. She's had her hits.
Yeah.
She's had tremendous success over a short-term period of time.
Yeah.
Or short period of time. The next chapter for her is going to be tough, and she's going to have to make pivots, right? Because if you're gonna keep doing the same things that you was doing before and expect them to work the same, that's probably going to be a
movie.
misstep.
That's we're talking about music. We're not talking about her moves. Like she's done a lot of brand deals and putting herself in position to make a lot of money. So that's not a problem. Yeah. We're just talking about the music. If the music's going to sound like this again and again, I'm like, yo, bro, keep it, or I'll just stay out the way and just won't touch it.
EVA, you obviously being somebody who lives in and around New York and has been covering hip hop and obviously the local scene with the Village Voice. Any insight? Because Ice Spice, as much hate as she might get, her fan base still is very active.
Yeah, I would say, Bronx bias aside, because I am from the Bronx, I do enjoy sexy drill, that subgenre of drill that she makes. Mm-hmm. So I like Ice Spice's music. I do not like the snippet that she released. I liked some joints on her album. Mm-hmm. I really think there was like a solid 3-track run on that album that like had so much replay value. Mm-hmm. I think she had a great formula with Riot on a production end. Gotcha. I think she took what Cash Cobain did with that sexy drill sound and really elevated it on a mainstream level. So I enjoy Ice Spice's music, I'm not gonna lie. But what I don't enjoy is novelty and lack of growth. But what I will say is it's not her fault, because who propped her up into that position in which she has to rely on her novelty act? Okay. That's not her fault at all if she's not in a position to grow.
Who do you think propped her up? Like just for
clarity's sake. The audience consumes it, the industry propels it. So it's not her fault that she's in the position she's in and trying to chase, some type of relevancy past her explosion.
I guess like to simplify it, like if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I think that's what the framework of the industry is. Like it was working for so long.
I think look, I don't know what her business structure is, but it's tough to not hold fault against the individual who's the face of the music or the brand to say it's not her fault. People love what she was doing, right? And I don't know, I can't speak for people who might still love this 30-second clip that came out, right? Mm-hmm. But I would have to speak for, just evolution in the game and your ability as an artist to fight to evolve and fight to create. Because I think that's where a lot of times artists, you want to get all the accolades and say you did everything when shit is going right.
Yeah.
But as soon as shit starts going left, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
It don't work like that, bro.
Well, think about how we started this conversation. I said so early in his career, it was a choice for Big X to make a pure country album. Yeah. Like he could have stuck with the formula that got him to the place where he was in his career, but he switched really early. Ice Spice was riding the sexy drill, shaking my ass, fart, all that. She was riding it for 2 years strong. There was an opportunity to...
No, you ain't the shit, B. You just a fart.
Yeah, she could have flipped, but she stayed with it. That was a conscious decision she made for her own career.
Right.
No, for sure. And I like the, once again, Bronx bias. The kind of like, and I'm not from the Bronx, but I know the 20-year-old, 18-year-old girls from the Bronx that would say some shit like, you ain't the shit, you just a fart. Mm-hmm. And I get the joke. But people who ain't from the environment and don't know the archetype, they're not gonna feel it. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this new Ice Spice, chapter.
Yeah.
Because it did.
It's a chapter.
Ice Spice was on stage with Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
collabing with Nicki Minaj out the box.
Again, Ray Vaughn in his beef said that Ice Spice was the face of New York.
Listen,
like
brand
the king
wise,
of New York. That's what he said.
She's in the Denzel Washington movie.
Listen, I'm not talking.
She's in a Denzel Spike movie.
Okay, I'm not. All those moves, aside from the music, all those moves are perfect, damn near perfect. Everything you just named, a new artist like that would love.
Remember, I was critical of the Taylor Swift move. I was too,
but it got you eyes.
It's too soon, man. It's too soon, man.
It got you eyes. It got you in different positions. Hey, if that's a good move. Any new artist of her stature, that they would love to have everything that's been laid out on the table that she's been doing over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But again, when it
Last
comes
time I saw Ice Spice, her and Taylor is really friends. She was sitting next to Taylor at the Super Bowl when we was in New Orleans.
Yeah, I was with
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
Yeah, she was.
And she was sitting there
right
with,
next, like literally next to us.
Nah, she's sitting right next to us with Taylor. And you know what I did, EVA, right? She's there with Taylor's family, and it's her and then a bunch of white people. And I was like, yeah.
There was a few dancers. There was like,
Did she respond? Like, did she look?
There was like 2 dancers.
Of course she looked and laughed.
Who else is going to be young?
I just wanted to know.
Of course she knew right away.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're such an evil human being sometimes.
Yeah. She was trying to be on her pop shit. Nah, we in Grand Concourse. Yeah. Listen, man, the BX gonna follow you wherever you go.
Exactly.
ISIS, we on you. Shout out to Vince Staples. Another season on Netflix.
Yes.
Second season, Vince Staples show premiere November 6th, Netflix. We got a date. And then the BET brand. And BET has indefinitely suspended the Soul Train Awards and the Hip Hop Awards.
Yep.
We'll go to EVA first. How's that make you feel?
Things are changing. I think they're trying to, from what I remember from the press release, pivot to a more digital format because ratings are plummeting. But I think that's a testament to people just not watching television in this day and age as much
That's
as...
what the CEO said. Yep.
Yes. So that's something you could never, predict. So I think they're being reactive to how people are consuming not just music, but
Entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I do wonder what that means for the future of award shows, because is it that we're relinquishing institutions or just reformatting them? Because there was always this argument that we should not care about award shows.
Right.
But I think people are up in arms about BET canceling the award shows.
I mean, like, you got to really... It's so many different ways you can look at it just based off of what you just explained about the consumption of entertainment and the numbers going down because people just don't watch TV like that anymore. But then it also looks at it from the artist perspective of, do you show up for your shit, right? Do you show up for validating your peers and your peer group, right? So when they asked you to come to the awards black tied out, you have this attitude of like, I'm not getting dressed up for the BET Awards, or I'm not going to the BET Awards because, such and such is not going to be there, or it's not as big as every other award show, or what does a BET Award mean for me or my career, whatever the case is. But now look what happens. It got yanked.
But I do feel like people do show up for the BET Awards.
I'm just
BET
saying, like, when I say that, I look at it from a consumer perspective and an artist perspective. Like, a lot of people do. They'll be like, oh, I'm not watching the Hip Hop Awards, or I didn't even know those shit was on, or like, why do we even care about the BET Awards? I'm looking at it from that standpoint, but I also do see artists like turn their nose up at, or I've seen it happen before where they turn their nose up, or they be like, true. You got a BET Award, or what is the BET Award? It's not a Grammy, it's not a Billboard Award, it's not this, that, it's not none of those. So now I think it's in part of like they're looking at that message or that rhetoric or that narrative like, all right, y'all don't really give a fuck. All right, we're not dumping no more money into this shit. We're not dumping.
But BET is also an award show that Michael Jackson showed up, James Brown has showed up.
I'm talking about recent. I'm not talking about past. I'm talking about just like recent, like just like the last 10, maybe 10 years.
They're not doing the BET Awards anymore. It's because of what EVA just said. That's a fact. And what the advertisers want. They're still going to continue the NAACP Image Awards. The Stellar Awards are going to continue. But the BET Hip Hop Awards and Soul Train Awards, Soul Train was mostly R&B. BET Hip Hop Awards was straight hip hop.
Right.
When you look at the BET Awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can get more out of the BET Awards straight up and down by not trying to book these other two award shows.
Yeah.
So because if you look at last year's BET Awards, I found myself saying, so who's going to be at the BET Hip Hop Awards? All the hip hop artists was at the BET Awards.
It's my favorite award show.
No,
So
it's
last
the
awards was
best
very
award
good.
show.
Yeah.
So it's BET Awards, the BET Awards is still happening, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just digital
It's just,
format, digital programming
Wait.
forward.
But it's not going. Okay, help. So the BET Awards
It's
isn't
still
going to be on
happening.
TV though.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think it'll be.
I think it should be, and I think I hope it is at least.
No, I don't know where they're going to have the BET Awards, but it's still going to happen, and it's going to be big.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around it. And the whole thing, like what Lowe's saying about award shows, this doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, who likes what, da-da-da-da. There's some award shows that are just simply an award, we're giving you flowers. Right. And then there's other award shows that are actually based on a measurable metric like a Billboard, or even the Grammys, where the measurable metric is your peers in that genre who are registered to vote in the Grammy Foundation committee or whatever it is.
And then there's the other part. They're deprioritizing us and everything right now, guys. They don't care about us no more collectively.
Okay. Listen, but the
political climate has made it real okay nowadays to be like, you know what? I don't want to spend my advertising with those people over there. I don't want. It's just, let's call a spade a spade. Like, I'm joking, but I'm being dead fucking serious.
No, you're right.
No, listen. If a corporation cannot have to allocate dollars to a specific group,
they're not,
and still think and still say yes, but they'll still come shop with us even if we don't market to them.
Yeah.
Black people will a lot of times still go buy products if no commercial or nothing is made specifically for our cultural group.
Right.
They don't have to spend the money to get us to go buy their stuff. They're not going to spend the money, bro.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
No. That's just for the audience. That's for everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so right now with the current climate, you have corporations that can be like, look, we don't even have to do that. By the way, who's going to enforce it? They got rid of all the agencies that would enforce it. So if you don't have nobody to enforce the rules, we don't have to play by the rules.
Touche.
Voting matters, man. And y'all out here thought it was a game because you was going to get a little crypto hustle, you know what I'm saying, or thought there was no problem. You's a fucking fool.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't worried about all that. You know what I'm saying? I got my crypto. You ain't worried about your auntie's medical care, your grandmother's medical? You not worried about that, you fucking idiot? Yo, in the comments, they was really, really, really on our head top about this A$AP Rocky movie. Excuse me, Spike Lee Denzel movie and us not seeing it.
I saw it.
What'd you think?
Hey, what'd you think about it?
Spike Lee is one of my favorite directors. Denzel is one of my favorite actors. I think this is on the lower end of, Spike Lee's canonical contributions to cinema.
So you don't rank this one as high as you would other things?
No.
So now I saw the movie, highest to lowest, out right now. I got what I expected from it. I didn't expect X, right? Because first of all, you know what I mean? I didn't expect Do the Right Thing. I didn't expect,
Mo Better Blues.
Mo Better Blues, right?
He Got Gang.
Mo Better Titans.
The movie.
Nigga, you just added a random movie. They made Spike Lee and Denzel Washington movies.
What did he say? Remember the Titans.
That's a Denzel movie in there.
What are you talking about, man?
I didn't expect any of those either.
Well, no, I enjoyed the movie a lot, but once again, I'm looking at it through a lens. Once I saw that it was about hip hop and it was about New York City, and he was like a record executive, I had my expectations already.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it.
All right.
I love that element. I love movies that take place in New York, 100%, and I love movies that take place in the span of a day. Yeah, I like Rocky's song, one of the songs that he dropped, Eyes Wide Shut.
Shout to Rocky but the commenters in here was frying us because we was talking about, or at least Low was, not really anticipating a Rocky album.
I'm still not. I won't ever.
Damn. It was mostly people saying that.
Rocky's
it was mostly people saying that they're waiting for new Rocky music.
It's not a slight against Rocky. Like Rocky is evolving and elevating into a different artist or different person or personality. I think that's working very well for him, and I don't think.
I tell you, Lo, the commenters, they were absolutely
do not care. I don't.
So
he doesn't care.
I'm a double down. I am not anticipating Rocky music. I'm a double down, triple down, quadruple down.
No, I was actually trying to quantify that there's an audience.
There is.
And clearly they watch. We're not expecting you to change anything about your platform.
No, you don't got to change.
The hill you're choosing to die on.
You can stay on that hill.
I just wanted you to know that there's clearly an audience.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no. Again, I'm
commented.
speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for. Yeah, I clearly I see that there are people
there's an
that
audience.
they want more. They want Rocky music.
They want it.
You're not the demographic.
I'm not the demographic.
They crave it.
EVA,
Yes, sir.
thank you for joining the program today.
Thank
it was
you for having
eventful,
me.
to say the least.
To say the least.
The least.
I love it here.
Thank you for coming. And everybody out there watching and commenting, letting us know how you feel. We appreciate you too, good or bad. I'm Ebro, that's Eddie, that's Low, that's EVA. It's been Rap Life Review. We'll see y'all next week.
What's up? You just finished an episode of the Rap Life Review. It's 2025, so New Year means new episodes coming your way. If you want to get in the conversation, you can always drop us a comment below. And of course, you can like and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Catch us next week on a brand new episode of the Rap Life Review right here on Apple Music.